Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and do a 4-month update. It's been 4 months as of, I don't even know, my days are messed up. Just a couple days ago I hit 4 months and I think it was like Monday or something. So I just wanted to do a follow-up because I've actually been off 4 months and I've actually hit a huge wall. I do believe it's since the surgery. I still feel like it's really set me back. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm not sleeping. My sleeping isn't the deep sleep that I was going into. I've had to actually increase my melatonin back. I just feel like we play this, Russian roulette with Benzos, and it's beyond ridiculous because you can feel so great and you can feel so crappy. So for y'all who are just joining my channel, I've had a long journey, maybe not as some, but I was prescribed benzodiazepines, Ativan to be exact, 0.5 milligrams once a day for chemical anxiety that was created after I had a total hysterectomy. So I couldn't have any hormones or if you're a girl, you know what I'm saying. I couldn't have anything. Hormones, estrogen, birth control. I tried all that stuff before surgery and it just didn't work. So after that, I ended up on Ativan. I only took it as needed at first, and then I just took it every day because it just helped, and I didn't know the dangers of it. I didn't know what it actually did. I just thought it was like popping a blood pressure pill or a cholesterol pill or any other type of medicine that you need to have to survive. So I didn't know that it was actually a tranquilizer, sedation. I just thought it just got rid of anxiety, but I wasn't quite sure how. So, like I said, so I got on it around October 2015, and then, I would say more like November, December 2015. And then, I felt good until I didn't feel good. And usually that's the way benzos work. They work as one or two ways. They work amazing until you hit tolerance, or they work amazing till you want to come off them. So that's kind of the two areas where we all get stuck. Me, I hit tolerance 11 months into being on Ativan, and it just stopped working. And I ended up with horrific quadrillion gazillion symptoms that I don't wish I'm a devil. Like, I don't wish on my worst enemy. So, sorry, my train of thought is so bad still. So I got on them 11 months later, which would have been like, let's say January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So just under a year of the following year is when I got sick. And I stayed sick from 2016 to 2018. I started my taper July 13th of 2018 of last year, and I ended June 2019. I was like 2 weeks shy of jumping off. So I just did because it was making me sick. So here we are. Today I look put together. I forced myself to put on some makeup, throw my hair up because I don't even brush my hair anymore. I know it sounds terrible. You're probably all like, but that's just the serious real life of benzos. I'm in PJs most of the time. Actually, one sec, guys. I'm going to lower the air in here because I'm in South Carolina, and believe it or not, it was nice and cool. I was doing good. I don't do good in the heat with the anxiety. It's a no-go. So, it's been super hot. It's like literally right now, if you could go outside and I could show you outside, it is so hot. It is so sultry. I'm just talking is burning me up. So, but let me get back to the video. Sorry, y'all. So those of you who don't know me, I was on Ativan for almost 4 years, did a 1-year taper. I tapered slow. I think I tapered slow, and long enough for myself. I wasn't on any other meds. I have no other health issues. Other side of my backstory, my daughter was polydrugged years before, which I don't still know how I didn't see signs of, my pill. But long story short, sometimes, we put more into our children than we do ourselves because they come first. But so I've had a long battle with, just psychiatrists, psychologists, drugs, polydrugging, my daughter being sick. So, I'm not a doctor, but I've witnessed a lot. So with that being said, I'm 4 months off. And I was doing great. Honestly, I was doing amazing. On August 6th of this year, I posted my picture on Facebook. I felt I was coming back. Although my feelings are still very sedated, they're very numb. I don't have a lot of emotions. I kind of have one emotion all day. Or it goes into anger to sadness. But then the sadness kind of goes off like a light switch, and then it's back to anger. I think it's just because I don't have any other feelings right now, so I really don't know what else to feel. There's no specific reason I'm angry. I just feel, angry. And again, I think it's lack of other emotions. If I can't reach those other emotions, then I'm just going to feel kind of like two ways, like crying, but my tears shut off quickly. And y'all know what I mean if you've been through Benzos, and then I won't even say anger. I just feel irritable every day. So that's not good, because that's really not how I, am, how my body is. Like, I'm a pretty optimistic, happy-go-lucky person. So, so I had surgery, for y'all who don't know, on 8/6 was the last day that I posted an amazing photo. I was feeling well, feeling awesome. Back to my normal self. Sorry guys, I see a big moving truck pulling up to my house, and I'm not sure why, because I'm not moving. Yeah, so anyways, was doing good. Then on 8/8, I ate a late night dinner, and I started feeling funny, just feeling really bloated, my diaphragm was going to explode. And I just thought, maybe I ate too much. Well, come to find out, my gallbladder was going bad. It wasn't going bad. It was the muscle in it that was pumping the bile into my body too often, and I was feeling poisoned. So I didn't want to have it out. I waited 30 days. I tried to do this low-fat diet to see if it would go back, because as you know, benzos can destroy a lot. And unfortunately it didn't. So on 9/5 of this year, I had to go in and have my gallbladder removed. Well, when I did that, I ended up the next few days not feeling well, and then turned around and stopped sleeping well. Like I was telling y'all, I was sleeping really good. I lowered my melatonin to 1.5 milligrams from 15, around 10 to 15 after 4 years. And I was doing awesome. I was sleeping well, I was working out, I was feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it was, if it was the stress of the surgery, the propofol, I don't know what in the world it was, but it just was enough. Whatever it was, the stress of my body just set my body back into a wave. And I wouldn't even call this a wave. This is more like a wall. I slapped into a wall, and I have not been the same since. Because as you all know, I've had windows and waves all through my taper. I got lucky. I got grateful. I am grateful. I did a lot of fighting. I'm not going to kid you, because a lot of people say, oh, you're so lucky. Honestly, I fought my ass off. I made myself get up every day. I don't care how bad I felt. I pushed myself. I used coping skills. I used distractions, because a lot of my stuff I was learning, it was mental, because there's no way somebody's laying around with the flu, they get up out of bed, and then they feel better. Does that make sense? I knew a lot of this stuff was psychological for me. Yeah, I was feeling shitty, but I'm saying a lot of it seemed like it started up here, not so much, anywhere else. And obviously your gut is your brain health, and we all know this now. So, I just feel the biggest symptoms, honestly, I'm having at 4 months off is just, the not sleeping. It's so freaking annoying, because obviously I'm stressed out. I'm not getting sleep. When you don't get sleep, so already everything is enhanced. My foggy thinking is more foggy. My concentration that was so crappy before is super crappy. So it's just it's like a ping pong ball, back and forth, back and forth. So like I said, besides that, I'm fighting to get weight back. I was 109. I dropped down to from 128. Not in that super long, like super short time, but from surgery, just, not being able to eat fats and not being able to eat right, being sick all the time for those 30 days, like my weight just went phew. So I was at 109 during surgery and I'm up to 113. My goal weight is 135. So I want 20 pounds to be weight and about 5 to 10 pounds to be muscle. So that's something I've been working on. I've been trying to take control of things in my life that I can. Like, I'm ignoring the things I can't. So the things I can control, like working on my calorie counter, working on putting in my calories throughout the day, making sure that I'm eating. I've been focusing and obsessing about those things because they're way more positive, if that makes sense. Sorry, y'all, that light's like driving me nuts. It's like an aura. So that's mainly what I've been focusing on now, is just trying to really cope with the things I can control. I have to get up and live like this every day. I don't have a choice. So I'm trying to find things to really, obsess like in a positive way about, like stay up to date with my weight, and did I work out today, and did I stay hydrated today? Because all those things, to be honest, even after benzos, are an issue. Our bodies have a hard time balancing electrolytes and everything. Like, seriously, I just feel like until the benzo decides to like take a hike, my body is going to feel this way, and it really sucks. Like, it sucks horribly. But again, you guys know that I'm all about positivity, and I really believe it's what pulled me out of a ditch through all of this. So I just feel like I need to keep going. Some days, no, I don't look like this. Some days, I'm crying in my bed and wishing that, I could go back and tell the psychiatrist, or I'm sorry, I've got doctors on my mind today, just listening to my member stories, but the doctors, and just go back and do like a butterfly effect, if you've all seen that movie, and just make everything go away. But unfortunately, I can't. I none of us can. So, guys, I guess my biggest advice for you, seriously, is just really focus on the things you can control. Focus on, small goals, and don't make them big. I've learned this the hard way, y'all. Don't go out and look at so-and-so down the street is doing this, and this. My neighbor is able to go out and do that. Because I've learned it really hurts. As an example, I decided to go to the mall with my teenager. I have a teenage daughter, and normally I'm good. Like, I can go to the mall and I'm okay. But ever since surgery, it's like the light sensitivity is back. The noise sensitivity is back. Just, I wouldn't even say the racing heart. I can't, it's like my central nervous system can't deal with a whole lot, even if it's good stress, like being out and being with people and hearing people and listening to music and all those things. It's almost, again, like I went through a 360 and went backwards. So I went a bunch of steps back now versus where I was before my surgery. So, things like that. So, but I went, I try not to, don't cut out all your flaws every day. I've known the world is so wicked already, and we have so much judgment already from people who don't understand what we're going through, how we feel, how we got where we are. The last thing we need is to be judging ourselves and cutting ourselves down. The coulda, shoulda, woulda, we can't go back, guys. We can't. It sucks, but we can take control of right now. Change what matters to us. Value those things that maybe we didn't value then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really feel like we don't need to cut ourselves down and be hateful to ourselves. We didn't do this. And there's so many things maybe we could have done, but maybe there wasn't anything we could have done. You know what I mean? The other people on the other side have to take their responsibility too, and they're not. So all we can do is don't cut yourself down. Don't focus on what would have, could have, should have. Don't focus on the things you can't do. Just try to make small goals every day. I, somewhere around here, have a planner, and I may write down 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 things. If I can't do them the whole day, I'm good. But if I knock out a couple, it really makes me feel like I did something, rather than nothing. So although I didn't make it through them all and I wanted to go home, just because, like I said, not so much a fear or anything like that, just the noises and the lights, I still went. I still left the house. And for some people who don't know us, they don't realize how they take them getting up every day, getting in the shower, getting dressed, and getting into the car and going to where they need to go, whether it's work or the store or the mall or something fun. They don't realize how much they take that for granted. Because the fact that look what it takes us just to do one simple task. One simple task. So please be proud of yourselves. If you could only do a couple of things a week, it's more than maybe somebody else is doing. Or I look at where I came from in tolerance, and when I started my taper, I was bedridden for the first 2 months. I wasn't doing anything. I was not able to walk down a hallway. You all know this story. Like with, I don't know, these patterns, like the stripes on my shirt. If I was to hold up my shirt and think, do I want to wear this today? The stripes across my eyeballs would make my vision so bad that I felt like I was going to pass out or have vertigo. So we really need to think back on our journey. And I know in some people, your place where you are now is not easy. It's in a rough spot. You may be not out of bed. You may be in a different journey. You know what though? Please be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Be good to yourself. Don't hate on yourself. There are so many things that you're going to be able to do soon that you've got to keep on hope. You've got to keep holding on to hope because that's all we have. That's all we have. So, like I said, guys, I'm sorry my video's all over, but, I am in a really bad wave. Excuse me. This air hunger and the yawning is just lack of sleep. And just like I said, I feel like I'm, back where I was, but at the same time, in my brain, I can't reminisce that because that's what my brain's going to go back to. And that's where the depression's going to set in. The anxiety is going to come back and it's just going to be worse. So like I said, the only reason why I preach distraction, you guys, I know you may say it's so hard, but to be honest, it was the only thing that worked for me. It was the only thing that worked for me. And it made me feel better. So it made me feel worse focusing on the negative. So that's why I stopped doing it because it made me feel so anxious and butterflies in my stomach, like I was on a roller coaster. And every time I Google something or think I had something, it just set me in a tailspin of anxiety and, oh my gosh, horribleness, like my heart racing and feeling like my body was just going to explode from being overheated. And, do I have some of those symptoms? Yeah, I do. But I just learned they're not going to hurt me. They're a part of benzo withdrawal. My body does not know what's going on right now. My body doesn't know how to react to things. I have to keep reminding myself, I'm going to be okay. I am going to make it through this. Words of affirmation, seriously, are so important right now. So, and like I said, the other thing is I do run the Benzo House support group. So if you go on Facebook, you can even make it an anonymous Facebook. You don't even have to say who you are, but I really feel like the support groups are really what keep all of us, together, unity. For real, it's just really, you're in a place where people get you. I don't allow bullying. I don't allow, negativity. We're all a family. And that's what the Benzo House is and why it was created, because there is not enough hope and love out there from our professionals, from even friends and family, because they don't understand this either. This is not just a quick oxycodone. You take it, you have crappy side effects and it goes away. This is something that's embedded in our fat cells and in our central nervous system for however long. And our body just needs to find a way to work again with all these receptors that were sedated for so long. So, like I said, get into a good support group. It doesn't have to be mine. I promote it only to promote people being safe. I don't get paid for what I do. That's not why I'm on this channel. Whatever people's reasons are for their YouTube, just letting y'all know I do this for the love. I know support groups have saved my life. If you guys don't remember the story, you can, I don't remember which video it was in. So check out my other videos. I have a lot of them. But just, I wouldn't have made it if it had been for detox. I would not still be here. I don't really honestly believe I would. I don't think my mindset would be where it is right now. So, like I said, we've got to keep each other going. The other thing is I want to ask y'all, and maybe I can do some kind of, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, I'm starting to kind of get, I know Instagram. I have a personal, just as far as, using it for this channel. But I wanted to ask you guys, maybe you guys could be my next video, you know, as far as like letting me know what you guys want to see. Is there questions you want answered? Again, I'm not a professional. I don't want anybody to take, you know, me as your final decision. You know, research, go with your own instinct. I'm not here to, you know, preach medicine, preach anything. I just want people to know I've been down the road. What's worked for me may not work for everybody else, but I want to give people hope, and I want them to know that I know you're out there. I know that you're out there suffering. And, you know, when I heard those words, I did not feel alone anymore either. So I want you guys to know I'm here. Like, I know, I feel your pain. I can feel your, you know, your tears and your symptoms, and I am not a stranger to it. So, but at the same time, like I said, you know, maybe it would be good if you guys can comment down below, you know, what is the next video you guys want to see? I know that I do need, and I'm not been good with this, but I do need to make a second part of the most asked questions of Benzos. Maybe that's a video that you guys, you know, want me to do. Comment down below. And if so, go back to that video, watch the video, and then maybe ask questions that weren't already asked. That could be a good start. So like I said, guys, and I think I'm kind of getting sick too, which is not a good thing. As you know, benzos and colds don't mix, but my son was sick, my daughter's sick, my husband's sick, and now but I don't know, again, as you all know, benzos, what is what? You know what I mean? That's like my statement, like what is what? I don't know. I just know that benzos have caused all of the sinus area to always be affected. And it's just, it gets on my nerves after a while. So, but like I said, yeah, you know, just following up. I mean, I'm not doing horrible, you know. No, I do want to end my video with positivity, because I do truly believe in every day that we have to wake up and find something to be grateful for and positive for. So I want you guys to do the same. I want you to comment down below. If you can't think of 5, I'll take any. I'll take anything you're grateful for. But yeah, just, you know, list some things that you're actually grateful for. You know, for me, I guess, let's see. My first one would be, I am grateful I'm off benzos. That's truly number 1 for me. Number 2 would be for me, you know, and these can be benzo related. They don't have to be. I'm grateful. I don't know if I've updated y'all. My son had his MRI, and it is good. So the cancer is still away. So that's number 2. So we're about to go to his Make-A-Wish, which will be in Florida in February. So super stoked. Hope that I can get out of the walls so I can get into a window. So that's number 2. Number 3, I'm grateful my daughter got a job. She's working. I'm so proud of her. Number 4 would be obviously my health through all this, although I felt like the death of me and the epitome of me. You know, I've been through enough, you know, blood work and things like that. I am overall healthy. So that's good. And number 5, I am so grateful for my subscribers and everybody that is a part of the Benzo fam in my group. You guys keep me going. You keep me wanting to keep making videos, keep raising awareness, letting you all know there is light at the end of a tunnel. You may have a bunch of fallbacks and setbacks, but don't live there. I've learned that. Don't live there. You can vacation there. You can sit there. You can be there for a little while, but just don't stay there, because when we get in that rut, even without benzos, and get in the rut of just staying in the negativity mindset and those things like that, we tend to, it's easier not to leap into the positive lane. So I just feel like, please, I know it's, again, I feel y'all. I know where you are in your journey, and it's not fun, but I'm telling you, if I can get better, you can get better. I hear positive stories all the time. We just don't hear so much about people, because some people get into groups, get better, and they don't want to ever revisit their trauma again. And I understand. But for me, I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to start working more on my website. I want more articles to go into the Google feeds. More than just every time we Google benzos, addiction appears. Addiction, how to help a loved one. No, that's not what we need to see. What we need to see is how I got off benzos, how benzos destroyed my life, what benzodiazepines actually do to people who are not abusing them. And that is the stigma that we have to get changed. So again, guys, I want to hear about a bunch of stuff that you're positive about or you're happy or grateful for. And then go, I'm going to link my other video below. I want you to go to that video because I don't quite remember like all the questions asked. I'm going to go to and then tweet me or leave it down below or even email me. My email is always open. And let me know the questions you want answered, and I'll do the best I can to go ahead and make a part 2 of the most asked questions of benzodiazepines. So again, guys, like I said, thank you so much for this amazing platform, the family, the people that I've met. Don't give up. If you need to reach out to me personally, email me. You know, I don't mind even giving my cell phone number out to text me or add me to Facebook Messenger, and I'm always available to answer anything that I can. And again, I'm not a doctor. All I can do is answer the questions the best I can and give the best support that I know how to do. So again, guys, thank you so much. See you next time.